How to create 30 new business relationships in 30 days, like I just did last month. Hi, I'm Kim Kasparian, and I am a scaling expert. I help business owners grow their businesses through relationship building all the way to 7 figures without sacrificing their personal life or making expensive mistakes or feeling spammy. And this video is to walk you through my 3 steps to building relationships, whether you're building relationships in rooms or online. So if you are a business owner who wants to create revenue building relationships, you will love this short video. If you like it, I'm inviting you to subscribe in the button below and come join me in my Facebook group called Business Owners Who Want to Scale. That information will be in the description part of this video. But here's what I'm excited about. I know that you are only one conversation away from whatever you need. And if you want to build an ecosystem of relationships that refer you, that buy from you over and over and over again, that become resources for you and the clients that you're growing with, you want to tune in to my 3-step process to networking and building relationships. So I was invited to do this video because my community asked me how I do what I just said. How did I create 30 new business relationships in 30 days? I'm going to tell you how I didn't do it. I didn't do it by cold spamming DMs saying, hey, I'm so-and-so, you want to buy from me? No, that's not the Success Genie way. By the way, my company's name is called Success Genie because when I teach you my way of scaling and building relationships, things just start to show up like magic. So it is really important to follow this 3-step system anytime you want to grow your revenue and or build new relationships. So I'm going to walk you through these 3 steps. And again, if you want more, come join me in my Facebook group where I do weekly trainings. And I can tell you more if you want to know more after that. You'd be surprised how many brilliant business owners like yourself don't know these steps and you don't take them and you wonder why networking kind of feels kind of wonky. You might feel you get stuck in the friend zone, or worse, you feel like you're spamming people, which you don't want to do. And by following these 3 steps, you'll get different results. So the first step might seem really simple, stupid, but most of us forget. Before you start a conversation, it's really important to know what you want to get out of it. It's okay to have an agenda. It's just once you know what you want, you need to do the next step, which I'll tell you in a minute. But what do I mean by know what you want? I know you want a client. We all want a client. Isn't that why we're all in business? But this goes a little bit deeper. In my world, there's always 3 reasons to speak to somebody and build a relationship. There's 3. One is which, of course, getting clients, right? To see if they're a prospect. But there's 2 others that are commonly overlooked and are really the secret to getting in anyone's door. In addition to prospecting, which is totally okay to do, and asking people if they want to know more about what you do and how you can help them, I approach people to see if they might be a great resource for me and my community and a possible referral source. Because here's what I know, only 3% of the people we talk to, even if they're qualified, are ready to buy right now. So what do we do with them if they're not ready to buy? We build a relationship with them. And the way we do that is to figure out, first of all, do we like them? Do we want to get to know them? If we don't like them and we don't want to get to know them, we kind of put them onto the side and we just move on. But a lot of times you meet really cool people, or you want to meet people who could be resources for you. And of course, referral sources, because the easiest way to scale your business is to build an ecosystem of relationships that refer you and bring you clients. So how does that begin? Knowing what you want, who you want to serve, how you can serve them, what is the juicy result that you know your people want, and how do you specifically deliver it different than everybody else? This is really important. And if you do not have these things clear in your mind, it will never be clear in the mind of the person you're speaking with. So, little tip, confused minds don't buy. And this means your own. So knowing what you want. In my world, we want prospects, we want resources, we want referral sources. How do we get them? We have to know. We have to know and be able to state clearly who we serve. What's the specific result we get? We don't do everything and we are not looking for everybody. And how do we do it differently? So I'll introduce myself again. You can use my phrasing because I'm teaching you the mechanics. I'm Kim Kasparian, creator of Success Genie LLC, a growth coaching company that works with business owners who want to scale their business 100K at a time, specifically through relationship building without sacrificing their personal life and making expensive mistakes. This tells you what I do, who I'm looking for, and it allows you to determine, do you want to be a part of my world or not? Am I somebody that you should get to know, or I'm not your cup of tea? Can you see how easily this would be for you to create conversations just by either introducing yourself like this in a conversation, in a room, on a post? People who need you or have people who need you are going to lean in and go, whoa, tell me more about that. The secret to my way of doing things is we don't chase people, we invite them in. Knowing what you want and who you are is a good start, wouldn't you say? So now that we know who we are, what we want to do, whom we want to serve, how we do it better than anyone else, there's a second step, which I see a lot of people not knowing how to take. And that's why I'm sharing this video with you, because this is how I build relationships. I figure out what's in it, what I want serves what they want, because they're looking for clients, they're looking for referral sources, and they're probably looking for resources too. And I think about who they might be, or that becomes part of my conversation. Hey, I'm reaching out to you to find out, hey, if we get along, it sounds like we're serving the same market, and this is strategic. You should be talking to people who serve the same market you do in a non-competitive way. So if you're a marketer, you might want to work with somebody who's a business coach because you don't do business strategy, you do business marketing. Or you might work with someone who does graphic, you're a coach, a life coach, and you want to work with business owners. Well, who's working with business owners? Accountants, graphic artists, website developers. Kind of get my drift? So once I know who I want and who I want to serve, I think about who's serving them too. These are people that I want to get to know, because most likely they're going to be my resources, my referral sources, and probably they need me as a scaling coach too. Instead of saying, hey, you want to buy me, I figure out how to make what I do serve them. And that's how the conversation begins. Hey, I'm working with people that I know you work with, and my people are going to need people like you. I'm wondering if we could have a conversation to see how you might fit in my community and how you might be able to help them. Usually I always get a yes. And then I ask specific questions that I can teach you, that I teach in my room, and you can ask me and I can send you the questions, because when you come into my room, you have access to a free guide that has the questions in them. I ask questions to get to know them. Not so I can say, you want to buy me? I get to know them to see if I can like them, trust them, and what specifically are they looking to teach my community as and how I can be of help to them and they can be help to me. And that usually creates a really robust conversation. And once we kind of click and we're like, oh my God, and we start talking, I just ask the question, like, what would be a win-win way? Third step. What would be a win-win for us to continue this conversation? How do you see us helping each other? And that's how the relationships start. All the conversations usually end up with a next step, because we've identified that we're both valuable in each other's worlds. We've gotten to know each other in a very specific way. And we've identified some synergies or places where we can support each other without being competitive. Now, when you conduct a conversation this way, they start to see your brilliance and your expertise, and they're really impressed. I'm like, because no one asks questions the way I teach it, ask a question. And if they are, in fact, a prospect, they'll kind of let you know. And the main thing is you always want to have a win-win, because maybe they don't have one or haven't thought of one. This is why it's so important to have a statement of what your value is and why people should talk to you. Be able to speak about what you do in a way that is meaningful to them, and have a next step in your pocket about how they can come get to know you in a non pressuresome way. Because, right, like I said, only 3% are ready to buy from you right now. And even if they're ready to buy, they want to get to know you a little bit. I usually invite them to my Facebook room. I have a room that I teach people how to meet other people and that they can learn more about my way of scaling businesses. And that's called Business Owners Who Want to Scale. And I have a free lead magnet, which is my guide, which also invites them to another resource that I call a networking soiree. I say, listen, come get to know me, come let's go in my community. I hold an event once a month, it's free. I mix and mingle everybody the way that I know how to do, that allows you to meet people like me. And you can kind of take your own time and in your own way, meet your next prospect, resource, referral. And they're like, that sounds great. And that's how business relationships get built. So I did, and my secret to the sauce is, if you want to create revenue quickly, you learn how to use these 3 steps and have minimum of 30 conversations a month. And that's what I did. And because I know who I'm looking to build relationships with, I created 30 really cool business relationships that are either having another conversation with me and or coming to my networking soiree and or booking sales calls with me, because that is what comes out of a win-win conversation. So that's my story, sticking to it. If you want to know more about how you can scale your business my way, you can reach out to me, Kimberly Kasparian on Facebook. You can DM me, and I will share more information. I have a program that teaches you how to create your next 100K within 6 months. But in the meantime, if you like this video, come join me in Business Owners Who Want to Scale, because I promise you there's a conversation in there that'll help you meet your next prospect, your referral source, or a referral. So come on and join me, Business Owners Who Want to Scale. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, because you will get notified when I do the next live. Remember, believe and receive, and you're only one.